All right, here we are, episode 102, Abomination Vault's Goodness. Continuing on our AP here, our little campaign. Been playing for quite a while. Episode 102. We're deep in it. And drawing close to the finale here as we try and solve this riddle of Belcora. Is she alive? Is she dead? Is she rising in power? What is going on here? To watch the previous episodes to really get a gist of what's happening, but we're going to start off the session tonight with a combat. Seems to be a tradition with us. And we've got 3 players tonight, so we don't have a full house. But we got the important players here. We got Jesse, we got Rachel, we got Kyle. And we're going to have them introduce themselves and their characters, their aspirations, as it were, for the session tonight. The fears they might have for their characters. We're going to see all that. So let's go through some intros here. And let's start off with the always entertaining Sheppy, which is Jesse. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jess.
Hey guys, I'm Sheppy, and I am the sorcerer of fire and the troublemaker of the group.
I'm playing Jesse tonight.
And yes, so be prepared. And he's ready to burn something, if there is anything to burn.
Fire, flame, and fish bones, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, you're starting out with 2 hero points tonight, too, because you bought a snack that I have. We won't say what that snack is. But yeah, you have the same snack I do. So congrats on that. 2 hero points. And we're going to skip ahead to Rachel. Rachel.
Hey there. I'm Rachel. I'm playing Cypher. She is our wonderful bard rogue of the elvish ancestry. Her most prominent qualities are her sass, but it's hopefully a little endearing and charming in a way. I try to make it that way, anyways. But she's got her own reasons for being down here. Well, this may put her in extreme direct danger right now. So we'll see. Is this the end of Cypher, or will she make it out alive? She doesn't really hold any connection with the people she travels with, as she prefers it to be that way. So will she flee? Will she stay? Does she have a heart? Nah.
Not a chance. Couldn't be bothered. Fantastic. Glad to have you tonight, Rachel. And we're going to move on to Kyle.
So, I have finally got some sleep after our timid last session. I'm Kyle. I'll be playing a Norian tonight, our frontline defender slash magus slash hard hitting thing. Big hammer go burr. That's all I can say. And yeah, we're going to see if we can somehow survive this impeccable onslaught of these minions of Belcora. They need to be stopped. And I've broken out the big hammer for the occasion because this bug needs to be squashed. The bigger the bug, the bigger the hammer.
That's right. That's right. Awesome, Kyle. Glad to have you once again. All right. And we'll let Kyle do a recap from the previous episode. Even though he's a bit groggy, he was there.
Yes, I think I remember a bunch. We started off in a combat with a particularly nasty little 3.5 foot tall creature. Yeah, that went sideways very quickly. We could not get our mitts or our paws on this creature even whenever he was standing right in front of us. That was pretty grueling, pretty drawn out, but we finally managed to clear that. We went in and did some investigation. I believe I took a boat down and slid it off into the water. Made some noise, unfortunately. And then we heard some noises at a door, and I remember faintly, I opened the door, peeked out, and there was a whole bunch of bad guys. So we house. I chucked an alchemist fire in there. certain people in the party were bound and determined that I had just assaulted their neighbors. Oh well, they'll get over it. That's what happens when you bump into me in a dark alley in the middle of the night after pretty brutal combat. Oh well. So we went a swimming and well, rowing in the boat, and we got engaged by a fish with really long, dark tentacles, and we very hastily made it to the closest place that we could find. Had this little man-made pier walkway, and we fought the creature for a few rounds. We're doing pretty decent with it, if I remember rightly. Cade went in here, and then I think we all kind of made the executive decision to fall back from that point, and we started to investigate this chamber, and the giant statue in the bottom suddenly came alive. We converged to kind of engage this creature, and it commenced to whooping on us. Agatha's down. Everybody's wounded with the exception of Cypher and Sheppy. They were far enough back where they weren't affected by it. And then the door next to K1 kicked over, and there's a particularly vicious old friend in there that we have to contend with. So yeah, it's this is going to be intense. This is going to be one of those combats where it's going every which way but loose, and it's going to be fast and accurate.
Yeah, let's see. All right. Okay, right into combat here. You're squaring off against the golem, which looks like it's in the image of Belcora. Pretty nasty. It's come alive. Took a swipe at the you three in the front there. Cadwin, Honorian, and Agatha. Although I suspect it has reach. Right around the end of the first round, the door swung open. And there, standing in the portal, was this big old knight. It's got kind of a skull face. He's looks like what might be a death knight. Well, there you go. The rumored death knight. This was the guy in Cadwin's mind who was making the footprints across the room. If you zoom in on the map, you see the little footprints behind Honorian there. Somebody was moving into that room, and sure enough, there he is. So he seems the likely culprit, at least in Cadwin's eyes. Sheppy, let me put you in the initiative too. You'll be able to jump in right away. Let's roll your initiative. And you're going to get a 22, so you're right after the golem. Okay. And you're in the back corner of the room. You've been skulking in the shadows for a bit now. If you have any questions about the previous session, just ask me.
Okay.
Because you were there in shadow mode, just not an active participant. Busy.
Was there any successful recall knowledges or anything?
Not really.
Okay.
Nothing comes to mind. Outside of this chamber is a little stone walkway, very narrow, about 5 feet. And resting alongside this walkway is a boat. I'll bring your token outside of there so you can see what it looks like. Where your party token is at the bottom there to the south, you'll see that's where the boat is. That's where the boat is.
Okay.
It's like a 10-foot long boat, a little bit bigger than that. Fit all of you in there. But you were attacked. Giant fish with tentacles and a big maw come up out of the water and tried to devour the characters in the back of the boat. Agatha. But you made an escape and made it into this walkway and into this chamber. It was trapped. The dwarf, as soon as he touched the door, it was trapped, and some kind of force exploded from the door, an invisible force, but he managed to hold his ground and not get knocked into the water. And the rest of the party just entered the room get away from the giant fish and shut the door behind him so you're with that crew, watching to see what happens. Okay? So that's where you are.
Okay.
Let me double check your spells. If there's any changes you want to make to your spells, Kyle can do that for you before we get into this, because you did have a full rest. You woke up about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, in fact. So any changes in your spells can be taken care of. I gave you some extra hit points for the sleep. So if you want to change any spells, you can do that now before your turn starts. Kyle, you can help him with that.
Yeah. Although it doesn't look like you've used any spells, Jeff.
No, fresh start.
You want to keep rolling with this?
Yep.
All right, we're rolling with it.
Boy, you got a lot of spells.
Yes, I do. I gotta print them out so I can see them.
That's crazy. All right. Cypher's got mirror image on. We're starting at round 2. Cypher's got mirror image. She's got 3 duplicates of herself floating around as she dances about and sings inspiration. Agatha is unconscious, lying on the ground, the witch of the group, flanked by Anorian, who's standing firm, inspired by the words of the elf, as is the dwarf, Cadwin, who cast Stabilize on Agatha to keep her from dying. So she's no longer dying, she is just unconscious. The golem had struck at you with a swipe. And it was at that point the door opened. Now we go to round 2. Starting with, well, let me get the ambience here. Last episode I could barely hear this ambience, so let me add some music or something. Turn this ambient volumes up a little bit, I think. All right, the door swings open, and you see a mist come from the face, the maw of this creature, Cadwin, who's not here. As you turn abruptly to see this guy standing in the doorway, with a human-sized knight, as it were, with a quite deadly sword in his hand. He will be first. He's going to wave his hands in the air, and you hear arcane words begin to echo through his helmet, quite loudly. And this is going to be a 30-foot cone. And the way it's going to be directed, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch Sheppy in this. Let me actually grab a cone real quick. Let's put it on this corner. Oh yeah, I'll hit him. There's 30 feet right there. So it's going to affect everybody in this room. You feel a burst of cold energy coming through this room, this portal from this creature. Everyone's going to make a basic reflex save. So let's roll the damage first, shall we? If you're successful, you'll take half this amount rounded up. Crit, no damage. Crit fail, double damage. This damage will be public. So 43. Half of that would be 22. Make your basic reflex save. DC 29. Two fails.
I'll use a hero point to reroll.
Yeah, so will I.
I guess I will too, yeah.
Got worse. And then here's one for Sheppy.
Same thing.
Yep.
I got 1 point better.
So you guys failed. You'll take 40. What was it? 43 points
43.
of cold damage. Let me see. Yes, it is.
So Agatha's now dying.
I have to make her save. Well, let me go to it. Alright, let me open up a sheet. Reflex save. She needs a 29. She gets a 25. She's going to fail. She's going to take 43. Let's do Cadwin next. Reflex. Oh, he's probably not as good at reflex. We're going to find out. It's going to make his reflex save. Plus 12. 26, so he failed too, so yeah, everybody's going to take a solid 43 points of damage. Was a crit, so she goes to dying. Dying 1. Dang. She's already wounded, so it's dying 2. Alright. So she's out of it. And that took him 2 actions. He's got 1 more. And with that, he's gonna raise his sword over the dwarf's head and strike mercilessly. Class 26, he gets a 40. That's a critical hit. Critical damage is about to be laid on this guy, this dwarf. $54 points of damage.
Jesus.
And that's gonna drop him. Alright, so the dwarf is now dropped to the ground. He collapses. And that's the end of this guy's turn. Let me see, is there any saves going on here? Off guard, blah, 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 blah. We'll skip that. Okay, so he's done. We're gonna go to Agatha. Ah, Agatha. She's got to make her death save. Ah, she does have a hero point. Knock that down. Where are these death save buttons you speak of?
Up underneath the where it says their current hit points, there's where it says dying and wounded. To the left, there's a button that says recovery check. It looks like a dice up underneath the temp HP number.
she fails. Plus her wounded is 1. Wait a minute.
Couldn't she just use her hero point to recover?
Wait a minute. She should be moved up in the initiative. Yeah, along with Catawin. So she didn't have to make this check yet. Yeah, so we'll skip that. So, Anorian, you're actually up.
Well, yeah. Take a 5-foot step back. Game's paused for it. That'll get me out of that, and then I'm going to cast Stabilize on Cadwin. So Cadwin should lose the dying condition, but he'll still be unconscious with 0 hit points.
Alright, so he stabilizes.
That's all I got.
Okay. Let me turn something off here first. Toggle that off. There, that's better. Alright, Norian, you're done. We're going to go to the golem. Hold on a second, Anorian. What did you cast?
Stabilize.
Okay. Alright, golem. Alright, let's see what it does. It's probably going to strike once again. It's got a reach of 10 feet. Let's see, golem. Alright, it's going to focus on you, Anorian. It's got to reach. It can reach you from here. Well, give me a number between 1 and 6. Because there's a lot of elves dancing about as well.
We'll go 4.
Okay, it's focused on you. Yes. And it's going to strike with its clay-like maw, or its clay-like fist. Sorry. Reaches towards you, Anorian. This great fist of stone and clay.
That's a hit, not critical.
Okay, damage. 21 bludgeoning. Oof, that one hurt.
Yeah, I felt that one.
And it's gonna look towards the elf now. It's gonna try and swat at you as well at this stage. Let's see if it hits something. Alright, it gets a 25, which will
And
not,
surprisingly, it doesn't.
will not hit. Well, in this case, it gets very mad, very angered. It's going to attempt to intimidate the elf. Where is it? Skills. It's going to intimidate. What's your will DC?
27.
How pathetic. How pathetic. It's almost
That's
comical.
What's worse than a critical failure? A critical failure.
Like, that's as low as you can physically go. Like, maybe it frightens itself.
Yeah. Why is that so low?
Loses the turn from fright.
Yeah. I vote for that.
Yep.
It's
Power
because-
before me.
I can't take another one.
It's probably like, wow, I sounded scary. Oh gosh.
It's because it's an automaton. Mechanical type thing. Statue in this case. Alright, so that was waste. We're going to go to the next in line here. That's going to be Sheppy. In the back corner.
What we got here?
Yeah, you're inspired as well.
Go down to my big ones down the bottom. Okay, let's open a book. I'm going to drop a level 5 flaming sphere in its square.
The golem?
Yeah,
Oh, it's that little ball thing. You create a sphere of flame in a square with a range.
30 feet. We're well within that.
Let me grab your little flame. There it is. Let's bring it on the map. Blink. The sphere must be supported by a solid surface, such as a stone floor. The sphere deals 3d6 fire damage to each creature in the square where it first appears. So that'll be the golem. Each creature must attempt a basic reflex save. On subsequent rounds, the first time you sustain the spell, you can leave the sphere in its square or roll it to another square within range, which is 30 feet. It deals 3d6 damage, basic reflex save, to each creature in that square. Squares that it moves
plus it's
into.
heightened. It's heightened, so it's going to do more damage.
So +1 every level above. What are you? You're level 5. This is a level 5. What is the spell normally?
I think it's a level 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a level 3, I think.
Right, the damage increases by
So
1d6.
It'll take it into account.
So it should be about 5d6 of damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's going to attempt its basic reflex save. I'll do that first. See if it dodges out of the way of this flaming ball that suddenly appears. Horrible! A failure. It's going to take whatever you roll for damage.
21.
66 plus 3. Ah, you rolled 66. That's even more. Must be a level 2 spell.
Yep.
Alright, 21 points of damage. Let me check its immunities and stuff. This is fire. Fire. Alright, let's do some damage. The flames envelop the creature as it explodes. Nothing unusual, but yeah, you did some damage. Fantastic, Sheppy.
Alright, for my last action, I'm going to throw a flaming toss at him. It's my focus spell.
Elemental toss. Gotcha. Not with that one.
Miss.
Yep, I will use my last hero point.
Hit.
Okay, it's a hit.
And it'll also take an additional 24 points of fire.
Fire.
Okay. Did it apply the damage or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Alright, well done, Sheppy. Throwing down some fire. And of course, there's Cypher. Let's see what she does. You're up.
A lot of people could use my help right now. Uh, definitely feeling uncomfortable in this position. We could always kind of go down a door. Make an escape. But for now, we're gonna try to just prolong the life of the companions. I'll cast, hopefully not a pitiful, but cast Soothe on Honorian.
Thank you.
Gotta keep the people that are moving.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Put Soothe in the...
Yeah, I just have to decide which... Soothe is one of my signature spells, so I just have to pick which spell level I want to do it, and how much healing. Because it is one of those heightened spells, and I don't want to get rid of my 4th and 5th level spells.
Okay, go ahead.
So that just leaves my 2nd. So... Alright, we'll cast that one. Could have been better, but... you heal back 15. It's not gonna do much with the damage that we've been getting.
No.
And just to continue the assistance, you know what? Can I open the door from here?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna open the door. And that's my turn.
Success. So our dying drops from 2 to 1. Did not automate that. Nope, it didn't, so I gotta manually do that. Kedwin, he's no longer dying, correct?
Yes, he's stabilized.
And he's wounded 1.
He is stabilized.
Okay, he's just laying there. I'm gonna go to the knight.
But here we go.
Roll the dice here. Die. 1 second. Alright, he's gonna once again focus on... Well, he's gonna... Let's see, how far away are you, Honorian? That's a little awkward to attack you there. So he's gonna step into the room. He senses the breathing of the dwarf and stands atop him, straddling him. But he sees you, a bigger threat. And he's going to attack from here with his 2nd action, with his sword. On you, Honorian. Gets
That's critical.
41. Critical? The blade comes down in a chopping motion. Cuts across
Yep.
your chest.
I'm down.
40 points of slashing and cold damage. Norian drops to the ground. Let's get one more action. Let's see. A little too far away. He strides towards the doorway, almost in between both Sheppy and the elf, his sword at the ready. The golem is next. From this distance, it's going to reach out towards the elf once again. This will be its first. This great stone fist comes in your direction, elf. .41. So it hits you on a roll of 1 on a d4. So let's roll that d4. If it comes up 1, it hits Cypher. Does not. It hits one of the images, destroying it.
Okay, well that was a critical success, so I believe it destroys all of them. Because even when it misses, it still destroys one. So I believe on a critical success. Let me find it again.
That could be important.
Yeah, it should have been rolling a d6 with a 1 to 2. Because one's already been taken.
Oh.
But
But does it matter because it got critical?
the dice roll that you roll to hit the image doesn't change unless the number of images existing changes, which it's not a 1 in 4 chance, it's a 1 in 3 chance. So that's a d6 with a 1 in 2 hitting me.
Alright, so let's back up here. He rolled a 41, he got a critical hit on you. Now let's roll the d6 and see what happens if it hits an image or you. Because I rolled the wrong dice. Gets a 2. And a 1
So that's
2.
a hit on me.
That hits you. Alright, so you'll take
Yeah.
damage. Knock off this 3 image. You only have 2, right?
So it doesn't say anything if it's a critical and it hits me. It only says if it's a critical and misses me. So the other 2 images remain, but there is no possible way I will survive this.
Now, let's see what other options it has. So it did hit you. Make a fortitude save. The DC will be 29. Cypher.
Not meant to be. Failure.
Jeez.
Critical failure.
Let me see if there's something draggable here. It's basically you're cursed. It's in the chat. You're essentially cursed. Until you're healed to your maximum hit points once again. The cursed creature cannot regain hit points except via magic. And anyone casting a spell to heal the creature must succeed at a DC 29 counteract check, or the healing has no effect. So you're cursed. Make a note of that.
Yeah, I was going to. What do you roll for the counteract?
The DC of that counteract is going to be 29. That's important to know. That's going to be basically it's like an attack roll with your spell.
Okay.
The DC is going to be 29. So when somebody tries to heal you, the first thing they do is try and counteract it by making a spell check. Their proficiency plus their ability mod is in a D20, like a normal attack roll. If you beat a 29, the spell goes through. And the curse will be lifted, because it's magical healing. Alright, so... yeah, you're cursed. You cannot gain any more hit points. Unless it's by magic. Chat again if needed. All right. Let's see. Reaches down towards the witch. Picking up the carcass, wings it across the room. She won't take any additional damage for this. Sheppy, you're next.
How high is the ceiling?
Don't forget, if you want to do damage with that spell, you need to sustain it.
I can barely hear you, Jeff.
I said, how high is the ceiling?
It's about 12 or so feet.
Alright. I gotta get out of here. I hope this thing doesn't have an attack of opportunity.
It does.
It does. Alright. I'm gonna make a 5-foot step towards the door. And then he's gonna cast. If I do that, he's gonna attack me. Make another 5-foot step outside. And then close the door.
Does that manipulate?
Yes, it is. But I think he's far enough out of the creature's reach. I'll let Fritz double check that.
Nah, he doesn't have reach with the sword. Nope.
That shuts the door.
Curse you.
Is Cypher down? Because it still shows her badly injured for me.
Cypher.
Yeah, I was wondering if I need to reload or if there's something going on.
Is she down?
I didn't. Was I supposed to take any damage before? Because you did a fist strike, and it was a critical success, and then you said I was cursed, but I don't see any damage roll.
I didn't roll the damage.
Yeah, because I might not even be cursed, because there's no way. I'll say it again. There's no way I can survive.
Alright,
I do not have enough hit points.
Let's roll this. Let's roll her damage. I never rolled it. Let's see what it is. 48.
Yes, I am down.
So
Just got our asses lit up.
That'll be critical, so you're dying too. I suppose, does that end your spell? I guess if it's concentrated, it does.
It would, yeah.
Shite.
I guess that would have also ended Honorian's light spell.
Light spell, yep. We are in pitch black. As soon as I dropped, which, you know, it doesn't matter for you two since y'all have dark vision.
Alright, so that's done. Sheppy, you're finished. Shut the door. Go to round 4. Agatha needs to make her own check. She gets a 10. That's going to be a fail plus her wounded. 1. So she's dying 3. We're going to go to Cadwin. Remains motionless and quiet. Floor, Norian. You're up for your save.
Critical success.
Gain 2. So you're stable.
Yeah, I'm not dying, but I'm wounded.
You're unconscious. Okay. It's time for the night. Let me read real quick. There's the text. I can't read it. What happened here? I'm gonna have to change this. I can't read the text. Okay. All right. As the door shuts. Well, you guys are all down and unconscious, so that's the end of that. It's all black in here. You don't know what happens. All right. The door doesn't open. There's no rolls to make. Cypher, you're dying, right?
Yeah.
And that was because of the golem. So let me move you an initiative here, actually, in between the knight and the golem. So you would make your death save now, right before the golem. So you're up next. Make your death save. Failure.
Oh, mercy.
I'm getting there.
You're not wounded. Alright, so you're good. We'll go to the golem. Alright, Sheppy, it's up to you. The door behind you is shut. It sounds like the ruckus that's been going on in that chamber. The screams of battle have gone silent.
Well, Sheppy says, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Hang on a little bit longer. He throws down his bedroll and catches it on fire and steps through it if I can.
Alright. What are you setting it on fire with? Flaming
Catch flame.
catch flames?
It's a cantrip.
Alright. It ignites. I could let you do that. One action. Boom. Where do you go?
To Atari.
Specifically, where in Atari? We talked
The
about
fishery.
The others are in the safe room.
The fishery. I have a earth burning at the fishery.
Alright, whatever. Boom. Back you go. Alright. Alright, before we go to that, let's make some rolls. Because there's nothing anyone can do to help at this situation. The only thing that could change the situation is if you do make your death saves. And then I'll decide from there what happens. Because it might not be important if you just fade away. But these creatures are pummeling you. So let's do that. Let's go through a little bit of these saves. I'm starting with Agatha. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Gets a success. So she's bouncing around here. She's at dying 2 now. Because that was a success. We've got Cadwin, who was unconscious. Now he's an exception. I'm going to move him over here. Let's go to Cypher. Death save. I won't go through the rounds, we'll just make the die rolls. Let's make it legit. So what you'll do, Cypher, is just keep making your rolls one after the other, because nothing is going to change this situation unless you survive. Okay, you got a success. You're dying 2. Make another one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, you're wounded 1. And you're stable and unconscious. All right, let's move you to the other room. Let's finish off Agatha. Let's see what happens. Same situation. She is dying 2 currently. She's also wounded 1. Failure. So she goes down 2. That will be 4. She dies at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's make another save for her. It's failure. So she goes down to 5 plus her wounded to 6. She goes black. Of course, you guys don't know this. Now. Alright, we're gonna take a break from what happens to you two. Anorian, what happened to you? Are you stable?
Yep. Rolled a 20. Nat 20 on the save. So I am unconscious and wounded 1.
Alright, so the 3 of you, Cadwin, Cypher, and Anorian, you're lying on the ground, motionless. You're out of it. I'm not going to reveal anything at this point, but you as players know that your characters have not died yet. I'm going to come back to you in a second. And we're going to go back to Otari now.
There's probably like an eternal flame going at the Dawnflower Library. They prominently praise Saren Ray, right? She's like the goddess of the sun and light. They've got to have like this fire constantly burning for her.
Yeah, here comes Sheppy coming out of it every once in a while.
The prophecy!
The chosen one.
tell you what we'll do. Instead of paying somebody and getting all technical about this, there's fires somewhere. Anytime you want to come back to Otari, I'll just randomly roll it up and I'll tell you where you end up. But regardless, it's back in Otari. Because it has to be
You end up in the...
that's big and all this stuff.
You end up in the druid circle at a bonfire.
Yeah, actually, kind of
Hey guys!
Just pass me through.
That's a good idea. The druid circle. That's right. They're always doing that.
Here in Mayor Menemes' office. What? Didn't I hire you? You might have me mistaken.
Now?
I'll make a little list, and I'll tell you your options and wherever you want to go. Or we can randomly do it for fun.
Randomly sounds fun.
What was their fate? What do you do? So I guess it's up to you guys. Well, you know what? Let's go back and resolve what's happening. Because I'm sure you're going to be spending some time trying to think, Sheppy that is, thinking about what your next move is, and you're contemplating what happened. So we can let you set a little bit and simmer, all right?
Yep.
So
All right.
what we'll do is we'll go back down to the hunting grounds. Let me think here, because this is kind of important. Alright, I'm going to roll a die. It's going to be a d6. This die pertains to you guys that are unconscious currently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I won't tell you what the results of this mean, but I will roll publicly. Okay. You there, Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Norian, you're the first one to come to. You're not sure how much time has gone by, but you feel the cold of the stone beneath you. You were surrounded by blackness. Double checking to make sure there's no light on in this room. There isn't. You're surrounded by blackness. All is silent. What do you do?
I'll try to listen, I guess, and see if I can hear anything, see if I can hear any movement. Kind of roll over if I can.
You're moving?
Kind of tilting my head from side to side so I can hear from different angles.
You are. You hear what sounds like breathing. Laborious breathing. Not far from where you're lying. It all starts to come back to you now. You start to remember what happened. There was a battle here. The golem, the knight, Sheppy, fire, screams of Agatha's body being thrown. Your friends falling. You see no one else. Where's Cypher? Where did she go? Who was the last to fall? I think it was Cypher, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't see Cypher fall, but she's nowhere to be found. Your eyes begin to come open a little bit, and you see indeed you are surrounded by blackness. Crypt-like blackness. It's cold. But you do hear some breathing.
Breathing far from me.
Not far. Perhaps within reach. There's the dwarf. He went down. Agatha. Maybe it's them. Maybe they're alive.
Yeah, I'll kind of... Fuck, there's nothing else I can do. I mean, I'll kind of try to discreetly pull a potion from my bag and reach out slowly and cautiously to where I hear the breathing and see if I can identify who it is.
You recognize the dwarf. He's up towards the door. It's all coming back to you now. And as you begin to nudge him, he starts to come awake. What happened? Where are we?
Quiet.
He looks in your direction. He can see you clear as day. Anorian! And he looks over towards the door and he sees the fallen elf, Cypher. Agatha's body is on the far wall. You're awake now, but you're in blackness, so you won't see. You still have your equipment, though, Norian.
Norian will kind of whisper to Cadwin, "What do you see in this room right now?"
Let me get rid of the unconsciousness.
I'm not even on the map.
I gotta bring it to the map. This will bring everybody back. I think only Cypher is unconscious at this stage. But the dwarf and Anoran, you are awake. So whatever you see is what you see.
I'll kind of slowly crawl over to Cypher and give her the potion that I have in my hand.
Okay, roll it up. Throw it
So
down her
this will
throat.
be, yeah. So this will be an elixir of life, minor on you, Cypher. It's only going to give you 6 hit points.
You know what? That's good for me. I'll take it.
This door is shut.
And does it look like the statue is moving?
How clear can you see that statue? I'm not able to see what you see.
I can see the whole room. It's in dim light, but I can see the whole room.
Yeah, it's like there's light in here. I don't see any lighting in this chamber. Unless I'm missing it.
It's not coming from this, is it?
No. I don't see any light sources anywhere in here.
Sheppy's fireball is still there. Is it from the fireball? If not, yeah, I'm not sure where the light source is.
There must be a faint light in here. I don't know. Maybe it's my settings in the map. Yeah, you can see the golem is back on the pedestal. In a similar posture to what you first saw when you entered the room. It's standing there motionless. So you've come to at this stage as well, Cypher. You're no longer unconscious, of course. So the three of you are awake. You see the body of the witch over here in this corner, motionless.
We need to get out of this chamber right now, Cypher.
I think the dwarf has something that can bring her back to life. Breath of life. It's a reaction. He was unconscious, he couldn't have used it. he was the first to go down.
Yeah, and then it was like a domino effect after that.
So he couldn't have saved her.
Noreen will look to Cypher and to Caitlin. We need to leave now. We gotta get out of this chamber as fast as we can. I'll grab Agatha. Everyone else head for the door. Be quiet and move slow.
Right, yeah, she does that. She, Cypher, just being so close to the door, she grabs the handle and slowly opens it and kind of slips into the, in the area outside.
Noreen straps on his shield, sees this big two-handed maul, and goes to collect Agatha's body before leaving.
The dwarf helps you, speeding along the process. And just as you begin pulling her body up over your shoulder, you hear movement. The golem is starting to come alive yet again. What do you do?
Go, run for the door.
Alright. Slam the door behind you. You do get outside of it.
Yeah, I'll slam the door behind me.
Alright. You don't hear any noises coming from the chamber as the door closes. The three of you have managed to survive.
Caitlin, I need your healing magics right now.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. Immediately when that door closes, and heck, as it's being closed, Althea begins casting her magic. She's... can you explain how my curse works again? I know it's the DC 29 to counteract,
The curse.
but it was...
Let me find that curse again. Hold on. Alright, so let's put this in the chat. A creature hit by the clay golem's fist must succeed at a fortitude or be cursed until healed to its maximum hit points. The cursed creature cannot regain hit points, however, except via magic. And anyone casting a spell to heal the creature must succeed at a DC 29 counteract check, or the healing has no effect. Golem's counteract level. So what brought you back? It was the potion, right?
Yeah, so if that's the case, then the potion wouldn't have been effective.
Well, not necessarily.
We'd have had to have thrown
Yeah,
both
I was
Cypher
gonna say-
and Agatha out of the room.
Yeah, it's not natural healing, and it's not magical. It's like, well, I guess it would be natural. Like, how do you roll against that?
Well, here's how it works.
I guess it wouldn't have been effective, you're right.
The cursed creature cannot regain hit points except via magic, comma, magic. A magic potions, magic.
Are
Spell.
potions magic?
A heal spell is magic. Yes. You might want to double check that, but I'm sure they have the magic trait. Anyone casting a
I think
spell,
they do.
and let me finish. Anyone casting a spell has to make this counteract check. So if it's a potion or something else, there's no counteract check. So the potion would work if it's actually magical. But there's no counteract magic unless I want it to be so. Because it says casting a spell. Specifically, casting a spell to heal a creature must succeed at a DC 29 counteract check, or the healing has no effect.
Yeah, the consumable does have the magical trait.
So the way I'm going to handle this is we're just going to allow it to happen. There's no counteracting involved. It's just the chemicals that fill your body happen regardless. There's no spell here.
Alright, so in the meantime, she's gonna cast that soothe spell. She'll cast it on Honorian first here. Actually, she'll cast it on Cadwin.
So your curse... You have to be healed in full before your curse ends. So basically what it means is you can't be healed by anything but magic. Either with counteracting, if it's a spell, or potions. Just normal bandaging and that kind of stuff has no effect on you. It will not heal you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yep.
curse. And once you've maxed out your hit points, whatever that is, the curse goes away.
Alright. We can heal Cadwin 51. And she also urges him to heal the others.
That's me. Go to his spells. Let's see what he's got here. He's got some healing. He's got some healing.
Yeah. Don't forget to apply the healing to him as well.
Oh, how much?
It was 51. I used a pretty good spell slot. In the meantime, she can. I don't know who among us can do it, but Cypher will pick up one of the healer's tools and begin patching Honorian. I don't know if he can do it himself, but otherwise she's here.
Yeah, he'll pass her off the tools. She's probably better at it than he is.
He's got a heal spell here as well. I could use only one. There's not one more doing here. Another one. It does have a level 3 or a rank 3 heal spell.
We need the potency.
Yeah. Did we want to heal here or somewhere else? Because we just did like quick, like 2 action heals, like some spell casting. But if we heal up with the toolkit, that's going to take some time.
I say we at least get ourselves patched
definitely
up where if we get ambushed, we can, we have enough hit points to escape.
Okay, but so we're good with just doing it right here? Because then I'll go ahead and roll.
Yeah, because if I get into a fight right now, I'm down and out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure
feel like
all
if we
of us
get
are
into
gonna be
that
down and out.
boat, we're going to be waking up the whole neighborhood again.
Yeah, again.
Alright, I am going to opt for the expert healing of 20. With the DC of 20.
Pretty bold, Cypher, pretty bold.
It is pretty bold.
And it worked.
I'm like, I had to get a 5 or better. Alright, so let me take a look at what that was again.
That's 2d8 plus 10.
So it just increases the thing by plus 10?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a normal success for like trained is 2d8. Expert is 2d8 plus 10. I believe Master is 2d8 plus 20.
Alright. It would have been nice if I got a roll to 30, but that's alright.
At least get us survivable, because like you said, as soon as we jump into that boat, all hell's gonna break loose.
17. Does Cadwin have any spells to heal Honorian further?
Yeah, because if he does, I need him. Plus, I'm also shouldering Agatha's body at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I didn't see your token, so it didn't really come to mind. Yeah, let's, Cadwin, do you have anything for that there?
I don't think he can heal death, but...
No, he did have Breath of Life, but it's a reaction. Someone who would die, he can use it. So if he was awake and conscious, he could have used it when somebody dies, but he was out of it. So he never used that, and he has nothing else to bring someone back, so that's the end of that, I guess. But he does have a level 1 heal spell, a rank 1 heal spell, I should say. And he does
Yes,
have
I'm
a rank
using.
3.
Guess I'm using the lens. We need a dead body for it. I don't think Dizzy would be too pleased, though.
What does the lens do? Which
It
one is
basically, like, we have the Crimson Fulcrum lens. If I remember correctly, so I'll have to reread it, but it was basically, you can activate it. You force the splinter of Nimbleoth's essence from the lens to possess the target.
Yeah, let's not do that in the presence of a cleric and a worshiper of Pharasma.
Well, we wanted it to be, like, not alive because the effect is permanent. And then once they're gone, it returns to the lens. But while that's happening, you can't use the lens normally, which has a once per day effect.
Yeah, let's save that for whenever we need it.
Yeah. Is she in fact dead? Can we clearly see?
Yes.
Yeah, she's dead, ain't she?
Yeah, she's dead. She's dead.
Alright. Did anybody have that magical spell that preserves bodies?
Nope.
No? Damn, I don't have that either. I think it's more of like a divine thing. Or even nature.
Yeah, and it's a pretty high spell, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jesse, to bring you back into this, because I imagine you'd linger for a little bit, but then you'd probably make a decision to go back. There's no one to help you. If you want to get anything from town, now is the chance to do it, or just come back.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a fire around somewhere, I can come back.
Yeah, we have to figure that out.
I can sense wherever there's a fire within 5 miles.
There's not too many fires. The closest would be where you initially teleported to this level. That's way back. The Calignes, they do have a little thing there. I'll allow you to come back there if you want.
All right.
I'll assume they got that bitch raked and it's going. It's just they're cooking some hot dogs. Flames are running high. I'll bring you back in because you just. Since every time you finally get a chance to play with us, gone. Something happens, you're out of there.
Well, this ended better than I thought it did. I was gonna.
Yeah.
You guys lucked out with those 20s for your recoveries.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way, because I want to bring you back right here on the pier. No dancing around. Let's assume that blanket roll still has little flames on it, and let's say your friends here were quick enough to recognize. Wait a minute. Let's make this high. Let's build up the flames. Sheppy needs that, right? Maybe he'll come back. Let's assume that happened. So,
All right.
I'll bring you back right when they're in the process of healing. So, boom. Okay? So I want you to play. All right, so you're back. Surprise, everyone.
Ooh,
Thanks for keeping the fire
you're not
going.
dead.
Norian?
Not dead yet, Goblin. Not dead yet. In urgent need of healing, but not dead yet.
Did you clear out the room? Are we safe passage now?
No.
Not even close.
I think the dwarf would be interested in healing you, Cypher. as much as a 3rd level spell. Because you need it bad. He doesn't have any potions as far as I can tell. Does anyone have any potions? No, he doesn't have any. He's not quick to heal elves, but he sees you're in great need. And he's going to call upon Trud and his power. And give you a healing here. Level 3. Alright, so we're going to use it for healing. 2 action. It'll be focused on you. Or does that matter? It'll do more if I put it on 2.
Yeah, it'll do more if it's a 2 action.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is all automated on his end. Yeah, 3D.
And then what he has to roll.
There you go. 3d10 plus 24, 37.
Yeah, but isn't she cursed?
Yeah, I'm like rereading the thing.
Oh, that's right. I have to make a counteract roll. All right.
Yeah, DC 29 counteract check.
All right. Here we go. Let's do this. So there's a button here I can roll. Right here. 23 failed. So he loses the spell and it does not go through. Blast. It was not counteracted. You guys really didn't know the full details anyway. Your characters didn't.
Yes. But now, now I realize something's not right. Is your god not answering to you? I don't want to say that too loud. But why have they not blessed me the way that your spells have blessed the others?
I don't know. I don't understand. This isn't right. There's an evil about this place, I fear.
Yes,
The
I
power of
can't.
Trud fails us.
We need to fall back.
Yes, I'm in no condition to proceed.
I'm not much better than you, so we'll get there where we can.
All right, you're all going to hustle back into the boat.
Yeah, let this party begin.
Right?
All right, you all get into the boat once again. Do you have the body of Agatha?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, it's flopped down in the body, or in the boat. All right, I'm going to unpause, and whoever's
I'm gonna
doing
take
the
out my longsword, just because.
I got that +2 dagger at the ready.
All right, whoever wants to move, begin
Cypher,
churning up the
by
water
all
with your
means.
boat, yours. I just need to know who's in the back steering.
I'll be rowing.
Alright, well, if we go back, there's that big horned ape thing waiting for us. Here we have more death. Somewhere in these waters swims and thrives that fish thing. What's your pleasure? She just sarcastically says, "How'd you like to die today?"
Any way possible, point me in a direction.
Anywhere but here.
Where are you,
Yes,
Sheppy, in the boat? Are you helping Orr row the boat?
Yeah, as best I can.
Okay, so Cypher's guiding the ship then. She's in the back with the little steering thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Rudder.
Rudder.
Alright, Cypher's like, okay, I need you guys to give it your all. Each passing we make, I want to avoid this thing, so we need to go as quickly as possible. I want to just do a straight line to some land.
Pick a spot and let's go.
Alright, yeah, she rows, well, not rows, but steers in that direction while you guys row. And she also points out that in the far distance, looking onward with her dark vision, she says that there's like another island within this lake. There's mushrooms, perhaps. And it looks like there's some tunnels to the north, and obviously this narrow one to beneath, for those that can't see very far.
And as you pass by this island that's just covered in glowing green crystals, you swear you almost see motion there, Honorian. Something was moving about between the crystals, shadows. But you also notice something else. Close by, maybe 25 feet away, you see a disturbance in the water. You're getting close to the shore now. But there's more than one of these bubbles in the water. They're coming from two different directions, and they're heading towards your boat. Pushing on, rowing quickly, you do make it to shore. This bubbling is, I'd say, right back here.
That was too close.
20 feet away. Do you get out of the boat and on the shore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okey-dokey.
Definitely.
Make sure.
I'll even go so far as to pull the boat up onto the land.
Okay, you could do that. Whoops. Wrong button. Yeah, that'll be the boat, that little thing. The rest of you all jump out of the boat. And there's something breaking the water, and it's not far away. Cypher, you see it. The fish head appears once again, but there's more than one, further in the back. Now, I'll let you guys take an action real quick here to see what you want to do.
Run down here.
Yeah, let's...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
We need cover.
You guys can move your tokens. Up to 3 actions worth of strides. Go ahead and do that.
Do 2 actions worth of strides and then take cover.
Very narrow corridor here. You have to squeeze through this. No skill checks required, but yeah, it's pretty tight. The stone along the shore here sprouts large growths of pale green crystals. The crystals hang from the ceiling, climb up the wall, and reach towards the water in long strands. Some of them are quite pointed. They look nasty, but they're not hazardous. You can easily push your way through without damaging yourselves. Everybody roll a d6. If you roll greater than a 3, tell me.
Roll 3.
We both rolled a 3.
We're doomed, Cypher. We're doomed.
You can't
Madness,
help,
murder.
You can't help as you push through here to rub against these crystals. And as you do, they begin to vibrate. And that vibration actually creates a hum, and it gets louder as all the crystals begin to reverberate as well. They're all vibrating all through this corridor, and it gets louder and louder and louder. This hum. It's not unpleasant a sound, but it is quite loud. Secrecy, if there was anything of that nature with you guys, no longer exists, I'm sure. Assume the dwarf is in there with you. You can go further
2
in
feet
if you
up to
want.
be secret.
Is that as far in as you want to go?
We'd probably have to go as far in for everyone to fit.
Yeah. Just moved down there.
If those creatures come up on shore, you're not sure. I might not be able to squeeze through this. You're not sure. So, yes. And who's in the rear here? Sheppy, as you turn around and look behind you, you can see slopping up on top of the shoreline, that fish-like creature is now moving around the boat, and he's crashing, he's hitting the boat as if he's trying to damage it, trying to get at a body that lies within. And suddenly, with your disgust, you see that it finds the body of the witch. And he's not alone. There was a second one that you see, all around the boat. You're not sure if the boat's been damaged, but they're definitely hovering around it and going at it. They seem
Honorian will
distracted
draw
at
the
the
dagger.
moment. Now you guys have pushed on, and as you get further south, I got the dwarf here in the lead. But this little corridor opens up a little bit, and you can see the shoreline once again. It's not as cramped here. Bring you up, Sheppy. Cypher's hiding. And as you get into this clearing, to the east, where there's an island about 15, 20 feet away, you see motion. Once again. You thought you saw it before. You definitely see it now. And coming out of the shadows of the crystals, where is it? Hold on, I gotta find this. There it is. This is what you see poke its head from between the crystals.
Honorian
Alright,
sees
druid.
the creature.
Your
Honorian
time to
sees the
shine.
creature. Oh, come on.
We're gonna roll some initiative because this thing sees you and it's coming towards you. It's on this island. Let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna shadow mode him. Jesse, you're in the combat. Cypher, you're in the combat. Norian, you are in the combat. I'll put the dwarf in the combat. Cypher, you can use stealth if you want. I know I didn't make you roll, but you did say we're hiding. If you want to use stealth for initiative, you can.
It's the same thing. I'll just use this. Actually, you know what? It's the same. It'll be the same roll, but we'll say I did stealth because I think I do an extra d6 of damage.
Go ahead and make your stealth roll too, separate. This will be your actual hiding, so if you want to be able to take advantage of hiding and surprising opponents. So
There you go. I send it blind.
Right now, I can't see it, obviously. In that little nook. Let me see what you rolled. Okay. Alright, first up, let's begin this encounter. Looks like it's going to be Honorian. You'll be the first to react.
Yeah, baby. All right. Well, let's break out the druidic, shall we? In a wild song, I will begin to call out to the creature, trying to soothe it. Hey, now, big bird. I don't really want to harm you. Let's calm down and easy. So, trying to use nature and druidic to soothe this beast.
Can you put that in the chat?
Oh, it's just nature, but I'm using my inner druid to do that. And like I don't have an official feat or anything, but just the druid, so trying to kind of speak to it in wild song if I can.
So, I'm not sure what you're trying to do. Are you trying to use diplomacy or something, or speak to it and make an impression?
Kind of, yes. Diplomacy.
Skills.
Kind of a nature-based diplomacy, if you will.
Skills, trend. And what skill are you using for this? Diplomacy would be normal.
I can use either diplomacy or nature, whichever one you would feel more appropriate.
I would see if it could speak, because I imagine you're trying to speak to it. Interesting. Interesting. Well, here's what we'll do. We're going to have you make a check for something. I want you to make a check as you spot this creature and try to communicate with it in some way, with words, gestures, whatever would be appropriate from your druidic training. You're essentially using your diplomacy to do this. I want you to make an Arcana or Nature check.
I'll make Arcana. Blind.
Blind.
Should be on the way.
As this creature, I'm actually going to move him 5 feet forward. As this creature begins to move towards you, it notices you. This is not no ordinary creature. This is a creature not of the natural world, but of the other world, the old world. It is a fae. And such a creature does not even speak languages. It is what's known as a Cthulhu. It's not of this realm. It's a fae creature.
And I'll relay that to everybody.
You have 2 more actions.
So that had no effect. Okay. Guess we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, ray of cold. Let's see if we can get something going here. Ray of frost, I should say. Yep, miss. Nope.
Okay. So, as it eyes you and it moves closer to the beach, it starts to pull out its wings. Imagine like a large goose, or not a goose, a swan even, just one of those large birds. And its head dips down towards the water, and it, like lightning, all of a sudden, boom, it darts off to the north part of the island, near some crystals, and disappears. From view. Cadwin is up next. By Trud, what was that? Strange creatures indeed down here. He's not sure what to do. He's going to ready an action. He's readying his mace or warhammer. In case something jumps out of the water at him. He's ready to strike or otherwise react. Sheppy, you're up next.
All right. I'm going to drop a nuke on the island. Fireball time. I'm going to aim it at the last place I saw him.
For what spell slot do you want to use it at?
Let's give him a fourth rank.
This is going to be very difficult to target because there's no target. You can't see him. If you want to do an area, you're free to do an
This
area.
is an area. This is an area.
Go for it.
Huge area.
Go
The
for
whole
it.
island.
Go for it.
It's got to do a DC 27 basic reflex.
Okay. Make your damage.
It'll be 34 fire.
The entire island is just engulfed in this flame, which only lasts a few seconds, and then it dissipates. You see the crystals have been undamaged. The fungus that was growing around here, the little mushrooms, have been singed. And all is bare in that respects, but you don't see anything else. You don't hear anything else. Okay.
All right. For my last action, I will move to the south as far as I can.
South as far as you can, right there.
That's it for me.
Okay. Let's go to Cypher. Now you could use your movement, half movement, to be able to change your position, your location. And that'll be another stealth roll. I think that's another stealth roll, isn't it? Yeah.
It would be to stealthily move over, but she's not going to do that. Instead, she moves, begins casting Courageous Anthem, and then I will take cover in this section here, in this little corner.
Alright, as we go into the next round, Honorian, you take pause. You can't see the creature. You saw the whole island get engulfed in flames, but you don't see the creature anymore. You see the damage it has done, but you don't see the creature. There's nothing to target, nothing there. It seems to have vanished. But I'll allow you an action. What do you do?
We need to move on, and Honorian will begin to head down. Get in front of Sheppy.
You can take as many actions as you want. 3, I think, is what you have, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead and
That
move
one to
forward.
call it out. And then I'll do another one down to here. That'll be my 3.
Okay. Let's go to Cadwin. I'll watch the rear. He braces with his hammer. He's right here at the opening of the room. The corridor. Sheppy, you're next again.
Yeah, I'll move south as far as I can. But not, I won't pass you out. I'll just be behind you.
Behind me? Gotcha.
Cypher,
Do I see anything this way?
whatever your dark vision allows you to see, I think Kyle could click on it. And it'll show
Nothing.
what you see.
Nothing moving?
Yeah, nothing moving.
Okay. Alright.
Cypher,
I'm
you can
gonna-
move along now.
Yeah, somebody else go.
Go ahead, Cypher. Quick, lass! Rachel, you there? There she goes.
Alright, my computer's doing great.
How you doing, fam? Are you okay?
Yeah. So I was here.
Yeah.
I see. Now you're back up there
Alright.
again.
Yes. Cypher's just looking out like I don't feel safe moving on. As she's holding on to the last bit of health points she's got.
You and me both, fam. That's why I said move.
Okay. Well, that would be one. Alright, we'll just, leave it at that.
Right, the dwarf uses his reaction to move in behind you. Okay, so that's that. Now, we'll keep the initiative, but we're not going to use the initiative to do things at this stage. So, seems like you've managed to avoid its attention. Maybe it's gone, it's teleported away. Who knows, these fey creatures tend to be a little bit magical, don't they? Norian. So, Norian, you're leading
Yep.
the way. What would you like to do as you lead the party? You can see that it opens up once again. You see the shoreline close by.
I'm actually gonna move down this direction.
Okay.
I'm kind of motioning for everybody. Yeah, stay close. Follow me. We've got to keep away from the edge where those fish can jump up on shore. Everybody move quietly, quickly. Cypher, counting on you. Keep an eye to the rear as much as you can.
Everything.
Got no time for debates here.
As you get to about that position, you hear motion ahead. You hear whispers. You see something lying ahead. And since you're not really using stealth, it spots you. It sees you. And lets out a horrendous war cry. A scream. This is what you see, Norian.
Oh, jeez.
As it
All
cracks
right, somebody else is driving the boat.
to the stone floor. I'll tell you what, let's end this encounter, reroll initiative. It's one after the other. I love it. I love it.
All right, somebody else is driving the boat now.
Okay. Let's put them in initiative. Everybody else is behind Norian. Including Cypher, just the way you were. Dwarf bringing up the rear. Alright, so you guys can roll your perception. this a different way. Let's copy, paste, make them invisible, and we'll put these guys out of initiative.
Don't forget Chippies.
Yeah, I got you right now. For some reason, it just popped up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at there, you beauty. The only
Nice.
fucking one I'll roll all night.
Yep.
Kedwin, he's with us. Bringing up the rear. Okay, here we go. Sheppy, it looks like you're going to be first.
Alright. I
Let me
think
see.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna summon a giant.
Oh, Jesus.
Gotta do something here.
Okay. I did not mean to hit that. I meant to hit that, because that'll cast it.
So his level is 5 or lower. What do we got here?
Yeah, his level's 5th or lower and doesn't give me any specifics.
What did we figure out?
Any creature with the giant trait. Keep in mind, this is very tight corridor. It's only like 5 foot wide. And as tall as a human. This isn't a big corridor. Honestly, I don't think a giant would be as effective here in the corridor anyway.
What's the range on it?
30 feet.
Sustained for a minute. Heightened, as listed in the summon trait.
Most you could drop it will be there.
Alright, let's take that back.
It's too narrow an area. You can drop it behind you. That's a big old cavern.
Yeah, not yet.
If you make an attack roll from where you are, they'll have a better armor class. Keep that in mind. Because your friends are in the way. You might have to move forward. Risk getting hit, though.
Alright, I'm just gonna drop a fireball down the hallway.
4th level again, or do you want to go 5?
4th, I gotta save that 5th slot.
Okay.
20-foot burst. Make sure you don't catch yourselves. Plop that down, Kyle. See where you can get it.
Well, anybody in there is gonna take some damage.
Ouch.
Yep. I need a DC 27 basic reflex from these little ass wipes. Sorry, people, enemies.
Okay, roll your damage first, and I'll write this down.
26.
26 fire. Alright, let me make some rolls here. DC 27. Okay.
I love that template.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's so big.
It is.
I was about to say it, but just beat me to it. Yeah.
I couldn't help myself.
Okay. what
That's
was the
also what
damage?
she said.
26.
26.
Okay, let me check these guys. Okay. All right, Sheppy, you begin muttering these elemental words and cast this fire. The whole region down there just is engulfed with flame. Nothing could survive that. You can feel the heat coming towards you, Honorian, singeing your face almost. And you do hear some screeches of terror. In Sackfroth, you hear them scream out, "Look out! Fire! They have magic!"
Indeed we do.
And you hear at least one let out a horrendous scream of pain. And a lot of cursing and muttering. And as the flames begin to dissipate, you can still see him, Honorian. You can just see at least one of them, but do you know there's more of them down there? They still stand. Alright, Sheppy, I think you're done.
I have one more action.
Okay, go for it.
I'll use it to recall knowledge on the creature.
Alright, it's a little difficult to see, but you can do it. Go ahead and
Yeah,
give me
I got dark
a
vision.
society check. That would be the most appropriate. Society.
Blind and on its way.
Bunch of nasty humanoids. They could be drow, they could be Caligni, you're not sure what they are. They could be those Underfawn. That's all you can tell. Underfawn that you've
Okay.
heard of before. Alright. Cypher, you're next. Oh wait, no. Before the elf, we have the creatures.
Yep, I'm gonna die, guys. Y'all have fun.
Let me look real quick here. You hear feet rushing up the tunnel towards you. You see them, Honorian. And they let out these screams as they approach you. This lead one, there's more of them, but this lead one. Well, let me bring them all up. Okay, so let's do some attacks. This one attempts to bite you. This one leaps forward, and it reveals these nasty-looking teeth. It's carrying a whip-like weapon as well, but it's going to try and bite into your neck. As it throws itself onto you.
What did it roll?
30.
Hit, not critical.
$16 points of piercing damage. In addition, no, I'll leave it at that. Okay, I believe that's what it's referring to. Okay, it's going to spend its final action after successfully biting into you and damaging you. It maintains its contact on your neck. It's clinging to you, turning your flesh translucent around the site of the injury. Make a fortitude save for me.
$23.
You feel as if blood was drained from your body, and as you see the creature pull away, at last you can see your own blood trickle across its chin. You are drained 1. Okay, and that one is done. Now let me check.
Whoa. Drained 1 just put me in dying 1.
Let's look at drained. Take a status penalty equal to the value on constitution-based checks, such as fortitude saves. You also lose hit points equal to your level times the drained, so 9. And your maximum hit points. And your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount. So your maximum, make a note of this, is reduced down by 9.
Yep. So I lost 9 hit points. That put me, just only have 1 left.
When you get a full night's rest, your drained value is reduced by 1. So make a note of that. And let me look real quick for this other one behind. No, it doesn't have reach.
So yeah, I'm down.
So these ones are following in behind. You can see him trying to intimidate you, but it's to no avail. We're going to go to Cypher. You're next. They're screaming and howling. There's at least 3 of them that you can see.
I don't suppose... So I have an attack that does a line of damage. This looks to be about like just a very narrow hallway. Straight line would... Oh, I don't mean to drag myself. Straight line would just be like this, right? Alright. That ain't worth shit. Part of my language.
What is that, the Ray template?
Shadow Blast. It's a 50-foot line.
That's a
You
Ray
could hit him.
template. I think that's...
Oh wait, you can. It's yeah, you can. I forgot that you can like hit control and move it with your middle mouse. So that would be it. All right, then I'm gonna do that.
Okay, it's gonna catch an Orion.
I'm already down. Do it.
Yeah, he's down. It's basically like he's ducking. All right,
Hey,
let's
I'm already
cast
down.
this
Shoot it
sucker.
over me.
I'm just gonna cast Sonic. That seems fitting as the bard. And you saw the blast. And you know what? Oh, should I choose will or reflex?
Choose will.
I was thinking of it.
Yeah, because he just did reflex with fireball.
Yeah, and 2 of them passed, pretty much. Yeah, we'll try will. That also makes more sense given my character type.
So Shadow Blast, and it's a line?
It's a line, yeah, so I can put it back in. 50-foot line.
And it originates from you.
Correct.
Okay.
Ah.
And Orion,
Okay.
make a athletics check, real quick.
$27.
Okay.
Well, I'm down, so
Oh, you're down. No check required then.
There we go. This way, in case there's anyone invisible, they also get caught.
Yeah. What do I do now?
You need to make a will save DC 27 for each one of them.
DC 27.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. One fail. I'll make one more roll here. 2 fails. What happens?
It deals 34 sonic damage to each that failed.
34? Okay.
Yeah.
Ah! Injuries all around.
Alright, and with my last action, Cypher retreats here.
Kedwin calls out to Anorian. Oh, that's right. He's fallen. He steps forward into the gap. Well, he steps forward over top of the body and calls to the goblin, pull him away! I'll hold them back! And he's gonna lay into this guy with his weapon. Let's see, what does he actually have? I guess I should pick it up.
Warhammer.
Pick it up. And strike. Oh. Not good. He rolled a 1. That's going to be a fail. Critical failure. He's going to use his hero point, which he hasn't used. So let's get rid of that. So he's got no hero points. Let's try again. $30. Armor class value, save. Alright, so that's going to be a hit. Okay. So he gets a hit, he's going to roll damage, bludgeoning. As it comes crashing down on the head of this creature, he's going to do 15 points damage, bludgeoning. He's got one more attack, he's going to do that. Quick, pull him away! So we'll repeat that process. Second attack. He gets a 29. That's going to be normal damage. 15 points. These guys are tough. They're resilient. This creature is now injured. Not too bad. Alright. Gonna go to next round. Sheppy, you're up. The dwarf is calling to you to pull Anorian back to safety. Because of how heavy he is, I'll let you have your whole turn if you want to do that. Pull him back to where the elf is.
Hold on, I have an idea. I'm going to pull my healing potion out of my bag,
Okay.
make a 5-foot step, and dump it down his throat.
Okay, we'll let you do that.
For my whole turn.
Okay.
So the healing potion moderate.
The best one I have.
That's the best one you got.
Alright.
Okay, is that your second wound?
Yep, second wound.
You're no longer unconscious. You're just prone. 2 wounds and prone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, gonna go to Anorian.
Alright, I'm gonna grab that dagger and I'm gonna spell strike with it. laying on the ground.
2 actions.
We're gonna do spell strike with ignition.
So, how does this work when a spell has like 2 actions and you're using 1 action to attack with it? What is the? How many actions is spell strike?
2 actions for spell strike.
And does it say there's a limit on the spells in terms of their actions that you can use for this?
Yes, either a 2 or 3 action spell.
It has to be a 2 or 3. So you can cast a 3 action spell with a 2 action spell strike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here we go.
Pretty nice. Pretty slick.
That's a hit. So he'll take 10 points of piercing damage. In addition, I used ignition. He's also going to take 14 points of fire damage as well.
Fire. Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
Laying my happy ass right here on the ground, and I'm spell striking my damn way to victory.
Okay. That's the creatures, the lashers. This one is on the dwarf. You guys got an armor class penalty of -2 for flat-footed. In the same square. Keep that in mind. This is against the dwarf. He gets 31. So 24. Alright, so he's gonna get hit normal. Man, wicked bite. Does that apply to the whip too? It does. Alright, so yeah, he got him with the whip. It's gonna do some damage. 13 points of slashing. And it's gonna spend its next action to see what happens here. The whip wraps around the dwarf's neck this time. Again, the wound becomes translucent. Make a fortitude save.
That's you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. If I can't use the HUD on him for some reason. What did I say, fortitude?
Mm-hmm.
He gets a 25. What did I say it was? It's just enough. Perfect. Okay, so he's good. He passed the save. Okay. And he's going to attempt to spend his last action breaking through your lines. So he's going to push his way through. Not push his way through. He's going to attempt to tumble through the dwarf. So reflex DC, I think. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it is.
I can also do this. Reflex DC. Alright, so let's try this. Skills. This is going to be acrobatics. So what's the DC? The dwarf? Oh, you don't have it. You don't know. It's going to be 22. He gets a 17. He failed. Alright, so that's the end of that.
Now, does tumble through provoke attack of opportunity?
I think it's an attack. It's an attack.
Okay.
So next we're going to go to Cypher.
From all the way up here, she's casting produce. Well, first she will cast Courageous Anthem. Easily reaches everybody. There we go. And then she's going to cast Produce Flame, targeting the one in the very front.
Armor class bonus for the target. It's 26. You got 26. You got 33.
All right.
You got 33.
That's 13 fire damage.
Fire. Damage. Okay. Singe him.
Right, and that's it.
Okay, so first done. Go to Kedwin. Let's see here. Kedwin, there he is. Alright, he sees you're there doing all this dirtiness, sticking in the fight. Pull yourself back, fool! I'll hold it. And he kicks at you.
That's my job. Drop some healing and let's go.
He's gonna attack once again. This creature with his hammer, he's just going at it. Boom, boom, hitting the walls. 28, that's gonna be hit, it's gonna do damage. Thud. It's gonna be 12 points on this creature. What else can he do with this hammer? I forgot how to play.
I think you can shove with it if it's like mine. Let me look at mine here. Yeah, it has the shove trait.
Shove?
Yeah, it says you can use this weapon to shove with athletic skill even if you don't have a free hand.
That'd be useful. I could push him back into the other square, which they'll both be off guard. That'd be a benefit for all of us, and you could get your butt out of there. You won't.
Oh, I'm going straight at him.
Alright, I can try to shove. That'll be a second attack. You have at least one hand free. Yeah, that's okay. The target, well, I've got the hammer. That's going to be counted here. You push the opponent away from you and attempt an athletics check against your opponent's 42 DC. Okay, here's the 42 DC. Ooh, not bad. He's going to attempt to do this with an athletics check. This is blind. I'll show you guys what I got. You got a 24. Let's see, Fortitude DC. Ooh, we needed a 27. He tries to push at him, but this guy is quite stable. He ain't budging, so he's going to... Are you going to pull back or not?
No.
You're going to stand there prone.
No, I got a
That
plan.
doesn't make sense. You're going to lie there prone.
Yep. Spell strike my way to victory.
Do you want me to stand here over you, or do you want me to get out? Because our armor class is -2.
How many spells does he have?
Ted. He's got quite a few. I should probably look at them, but might be useful. You know what? I'll pull him out of here.
Yeah, pull
I don't
Ted
know
back.
show. He's not here to play. So I'm gonna pull
Well,
him
like
out.
I was going to say, just use him for like spell casting, and I can hold here.
All right, next round we're gonna go to Sheppy. You're up.
Alright. I guess I'm going to bomb him again with another fireball, and I'll aim it down the hallway a little bit so it doesn't catch anyone on fire.
4th level again.
Just enough to hit. Yeah.
You sorcerers. Fireball.
Yep, got to do
Fireball's
something.
like a madman over here.
Yeah, I'm actually in an area where I can use it.
Just right there will get everybody but me.
Alright, bomb him.
That's on you.
DC 27.
Now wait a minute. Please wait.
Yeah, that's right. That's on me, so I gotta move it down a bit. You'll be able to get the bottom 2 there. Let me see if I can move it.
There's no way to. Yeah, see if there's a way to move it.
I'm sure there is.
I'd like to catch them all.
Right there.
There you go.
Yep.
You got it.
All right. Reflex saves.
As long as you
DC
can
27.
As long as you can see the area that you're actually targeting, it's all good. So you do so. Let's do some saves.
Yep.
Make them public now. Release the saves. 19. That's a fail. Next one. Next one gets a failure. Two. Oh no, that's a success. Sorry. So a fail, a success, and the last one here. Failure. So fail, success, fail. Alright, how much damage?
It's going to be 21 points of fire damage.
So the first and the last one failed. So that's minus 21 fire damage in that guy. Minus 21 on the
Let me
back
get this
guy.
token off the map here.
Excellent. Alright, so fireball away. Nice. Is it Chippy?
Yeah.
That's a good spell to use when you're playing remotely, because you know what it does. It's just, target it, boom, walk away. Right. Target it, boom, walk away. You don't have to see your character sheet. And Orion, you're up. The dwarf was...
Hold on, I got one more action.
Go ahead.
I got one more action.
Go ahead.
I'm going to use my last focus point with a flaming toss at the first one there.
Okay, it's armor
This
class.
here, the one up by me.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Would it be better because I'm still laying prone?
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you're prone. Go ahead. Yeah, you can hit it.
Jess, if you have a hero point, and you do, you might want to use it.
Absolutely.
That's a hit.
Alright, hit. Hold the
All
match.
right. Damage.
Be 21 points.
Describe how you catch him in fire and burn him up.
Well, he first starts out with a huge roar of flame, which engulfs all of them. And then at follow-up, he throws another little tiny fireball, which catches him right between the eyes. And burns right through its head,
You get a hero point.
like a little
for that.
piece of molten lava. Thank you.
Give him a hero point.
Got it.
Alright, the first one falls to the ground, nothing but a pile of ash. Singed and burned. Okay, Norian, you're up.
First action, I'm gonna have
up,
an Norian.
please.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. Okay. And then you would see him conjure this ball of pure force, and he throws it. This creature down here.
The one hiding.
Horizon Thunder Spear. 2 action.
30 feet range.
That's a hit.
That's it.
So this will be 40 points of electricity damage.
Okay, let me apply that damage. Ouch, that hurt him.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm at the gas station.
Alright,
Okay.
Pump some
I got
gas.
you.
pick me up a Mounds bar. Drop it off on the way, just put it in the mailbox.
And that's all I got.
One died, right? Wait, let me backtrack here. Alright, so when this first one died, as it becomes crispified, it says it's that's weird wording. It's invisible flesh. Let me look at this guy again. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Its invisible flesh rots away in a foul-smelling gas that fills a 5-foot emanation around the body. So this basically affects you.
Me.
This gas deals 7d6 void damage to creatures in its area as their flesh curdles and rots as well. Basic fortitude save. So, you did your attack, and I'll let you try and pull away from this eventually. But would you have changed what you were going to do, knowing this?
No.
Alright, well, you'd be subject to this anyway. So you're going to make a basic fortitude save. So go ahead and do that. It's 24. Shouldn't be too hard for you.
25.
It's a close one, actually. So you succeeded. You'll take half whatever I roll here. 22. So it's 11 points of damage. Void. Alright. And I guess that's it.
Well, the cloud dissipates after that, or is it like a permanent status?
I think it dissipates when it dies. Its invisible flesh quickly rots away into foul-smelling gas that fills the 5-foot area around the body. This gas deals damage, blah, blah, blah. As well, I don't, it doesn't really say at all. I mean, it could go either way, honestly. But I'm going to say it's just this moment and let that go. So, damage was dealt to anybody within the distance. Okay, it dissipates. Now you do your attack. You did your attack. So, all is well. We can move on.
Yep, let his ass up for 40 points of electricity damage. Bring it.
40 points. Doesn't... Yeah, he took the damage. Alright, so, yeah. That hurt. He lets out a scream of pain. Ah!
Last chance to yield and surrender.
Yeah, make a diplomacy check.
You want this public or blind?
Blind. Reply. This is in Svakroth, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Svakroth, he replies, "Never, you fool! You'll pay!"
Yeah, I probably will.
Alright. They're next. There's 2 of them left. Let me get this guy's body out of the way. He's gonna step forward. He's gonna crack you with his whip. Try and catch you. This will be public, so you can see all the goodies involved here. Aha! Gets a 20. That's gonna be a miss.
Miss.
Okay. He's gonna attempt to do it again.
Yes.
He missed. He missed. He failed. There's one more back here, and he can't do much. There's not enough room. He lets out some curses. He moves forward. Cypher, you're next. Battle is intense. Dueling whips.
Let me get on over there and get my whip out.
Do you got reach on yours or no?
Alright, Kyle, you can keep quiet over there. I know you need health. Alright? It's getting old. Next character, not a healer. In fact, I'm gonna see if there's a way I can sap energy from my ally.
Do it. Let's do it.
Jeez. I'm gonna cast
Necromancy.
Soothe and heal Kyle.
Necromancy. Let's do it.
Give yourself a hero point, Anorian.
Would you look at that? You heal 43 hit points. And then I'm gonna cast Courageous Anthem because I'm just a mule. Everybody add the courageous anthem to your characters, and that is my whole turn.
Excellent. Give yourself a hero point, Cypher. Kedwin is next. Damn, got one healing spell left. That's not going to work on Cypher because I'll fail to roll. Hold on to that. Let me take a quick gander at what he's got. Quick. Oh, he does have another heal spell. I didn't see that one. A 4th rank one. Needle darts. Does that require an attack roll? No.
Yes.
Does it? Yeah, armor classes for defense. Doesn't have a button for attacking. Guess I gotta click it. Needle darts. There it is. Okay. I cast needle darts. You can see the creature just barely. So I'm gonna give an armor class bonus of 2 in this case. There's bodies in the way. Still, we're gonna do it. Alright. He gets a 25. We need a 26. Oh, jeez. So that failed. And we're gonna finish it. Okay. Gonna go to the next round. Sheppy, you're up.
Okay. What's there? 2 left
Yeah.
still? Let's use meta magic with reach, and I will cast produce flame. So I catch 2 of them.
Okay.
And you can use that as a 3rd level slot
I can.
if it's there. I think it's one of my signatures.
And the thing on 3rd level is Flaming Sphere and Burning Hand.
Alright, that's what I mean. Burning Hands, level 3 with meta magic. So I can take the template and move it.
Put burning hands in there, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm not.
Targets 1 creature. Oh, 15-foot cone. Looking at needle darts. Alright, there it is. 15-foot cone. Now that's going to hit your friend Honorian.
No, I'm using meta magic reach. So I can move it anywhere within range.
I guess you can do that.
That's in my feats if you need to.
Yeah,
Put
I'm
it in
looking
there.
for it right
I
now.
haven't used it in a while.
Feats. Look at that real quick. Reach spell. You understand the range of your spells. Next action you use it to cast a spell. It has a range increase that has a range. This has a range of a cone. Not really a range.
I think it's the 15-foot cone. I think that's the range of it.
Increase the spell's range by 30 feet.
So in 15 feet I can use it.
It has a range of touch. You extend its range 30 feet. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so roll your damage.
Yeah, just extend what it's already got.
Just roll
Hit
it.
'em.
You can hit them both.
That'll be 18 if they fail to reflect.
Okay, let me make that reflex save.
And they're both basics.
33. So that would be a success. Well, it tells me, doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy. So, failed. So a success and a fail. So an 18 and a 9.
Yep.
So this guy takes 9. This guy takes 18. That guy in the back takes 18. He's looking the roughest anyway. So I guess what you're doing is you're turning your cone into like a...
Yeah, because otherwise it would be like a
Let me finish.
touch spell.
It's like you're creating like a burst or an area thing with it, because you're extending where it actually originates is what you're doing.
Yep.
So you can have it originate within 30 feet of you or whatever it said. And that's where it would originate, and then you can move it as you want. I guess that's what it's saying. Because technically it doesn't have a range. It has a template. But you should be able to do it. It's kind of like a touch attack that suddenly has range. At least that's the way I did it there. Are you done, Jess?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, Honorian, you're up as flames erupt in front of you and screams follow.
We're gonna see if we can keep this going. You would all see this kind of long claw extend past the tip of the dagger. So what that needs is one action to recharge spell strike, and then we're going to do another spell strike with gouging claw. This will add some bleed damage if I get a hit. And I do. So he's going to take 12 points of piercing. And then he's going to take... going to take 21 points of slashing damage and 6 persistent bleed damage.
Describe your kill.
Yeah, you would see Honorian just kind of reinvigorated by the display of fireworks and all the spells that are kind of heaving over his shoulder. He kind of feels like he's doing the Macarena with all these spells coming in here. And, yeah, sorry, I'm getting tired. But yeah, he kind of pivots around the creature, kind of delivers several thrusts up into the creature's ribcage of this long, gnarly, claw-looking dagger before finally buries it in the creature's neck and rips it out.
That it?
And that's all I got.
The creatures are up next.
Oh, damn it, I was going to say, Cypher, finish it! Let's go! We're actually going to win one.
Let's make a will save for this guy. So brutal was your attack and kill. Let's see. Oh, he easily passed that. He's not phased. Jumps forward to attack you. Ah! Even though he's near death, he's going to attempt to bite you. He's going for the neck again. Jaws attack. Let's see if you're on to that game.
Yeah, not critical.
Let's do some piercing and make a fortitude save. He's going to try and drain you.
22, but I will hero point that.
12 points of piercing as well.
34 on the fortitude.
Okay, you're good. And take your 12 points of piercing.
Got it.
Okay, he's done. We're going to go to Cypher once again. She breaks out the whip.
Do I have it in me to defeat this, though? Let's see.
You do.
Let's cast Courageous Anthem. And classic sounds of my voice in the song.
That's why I'm doing the Macarena, guys.
You've got some background music.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's cast to see if I get it. 28. That's just 13 damage.
It's a lot of dice for just 13. 13.
I know. Oh, I didn't roll higher than a 2.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's
Well,
staggering.
so much for that.
It's staggering. It's staggering. It's got 8 hit points left.
All right. Well, there's still one more person's turn after this. Go. Make sure to add a courageous anthem.
I don't think I can. I don't have access.
Where is the courageous anthem thing? The drag.
I put it in the chat again.
There it is. All right. You need some healing, Anorian? Give it to
No,
you.
I'm still decent. I got 34. Cypher came in clutch with that.
I can't really hit anything. I can try another one of those spells. Once again.
Needle darts.
I cast it once. Where is it? Needle darts. Cantrip. Oh, it's a cantrip. That's where it didn't stop. Alright, we'll do another needle darts. And I guess this one. Plus 2 on the class.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I got a 34. Alright, that's gonna hit. It's got a critical hit. Gonna roll damage. It's gonna be doubled. I'll just double whatever this comes. It's not gonna matter. 40 points of damage on this guy with needle darts. Describe how you slay him, Cadwin.
Well, I step forward and I begin to move my fingers left and right and up and down, and the fingernails begin to grow long, and with a screech of "Trud be with us,"
The fingernails detach and fly towards this victim, and they pierce him all through the face and the shoulders and the chest. He begins to scream and writhe. He bounces off the whole stone-cold wall before he slides slowly to the ground, motionless in front of you, Anorian. He's filled with fingernails. Long ones, too.
Give him a hero point for that.
Yeah, I should. I'll give him a hero point. Bunk. There you go, Ted.
That was well done, everybody.
That creature was felled. We'll call the session at this point. So,
Just in time for me to pull in my driveway.
yeah. At this point, everything quiets down. The heavy breathing is going on. This creature, this last one, slides slowly off the wall in front of you, Anorian. You've taken a beating, Anorian. And Cypher, you're both in bad shape. But Cadwin's got some spells. I'm sure he'll be able to do some healing if he can get past that curse of yours, Cypher. We'll end the session there. There doesn't seem to be anything down the corridor, Anorian, as far as you can see. It continues on to the south and looks like it starts to turn to the east, but otherwise remains very narrow. It must have been a guard post or something. All right.
Okay. Yeah, Norian will kind of look back to the others. We need to get back to the drow encampment. We need to rest. We need to find a way to heal Cypher.
The boat's being destroyed, maybe, by those fish with tentacles. Hopefully you got a boat, you're going to be swimming. Oh, man.
I'm going to just quickly cast another Soothe on Anorian.
Yeah, I was going to do that with Cadwin, actually. I do have 2 more heals. 3
Well,
more.
I couldn't have asked for anything better. Alright, 28.
Thank you.
He's got 3 more heals.
Yeah, that was well done in that combat, everybody. Everybody did exemplary.
Yeah, I thought for sure we were dead.
Oh, the way that started, that combat looked so freaking bleak. Oh my, like Cypher, somebody breathed on her, she's going down. Somebody breathed on me, they're going down. Sheppy getting that fireball off early, I think, helped.
Yeah, I got 2 of them off.
Yeah. Yeah, but that looks so flippin' bleak.
All right, guys, I gotta head out.
All right, Jesse.
Good night, Jesse.
You be
All right.
careful, my brother.
night.
You stop back in next week and play with us.
I'll do my best.
You damn right.
Good seeing you. And
You best believe,
great game,
brother.
guys.
Yeah,
We'll see you.
Jesse.
See you, Jesse. Don't forget the lawnmower.
All right, we'll see you.
Foot long. Alright, yeah. The dwarf cast another spell on a healing spell. You got 42 points of healing in Orion, so you're in good shape. He's got 2 more heals. One's 4th level. One's 1st. Alright, so we'll end it there. Alright, so we'll start with Rachel. What'd you think, Rachel? What'd you think? Good time?
Too close.
That was tricky. That curse.
Yeah, it does. But to break the curse, like the DC is really high, but the other way to break it, to heal to max, I don't think that'll be too much of a problem if we can just, keep me out of danger, and over time I think we'll be able to heal Cypher up.
Yeah.
I think I can prepare restoration.
I do have a small elixir of life, but it's like a D6. And knowing me, I'll land on a 1.
That would quicken it. Otherwise, you got to make those counteract checks.
Mm-hmm.
And sleeping and bandages won't help. So it can be done,
Yep.
but it's going to take longer
Yeah.
to get you back up to par. Remove curse. Isn't that a thing? Should be a spell in here for that.
I
What
think
I'm
there
working
is.
right now.
Might be like a 3rd or 4th level.
All right. We'll probably do this again next week. Put my Dragon Bane on hold a week, but we'll probably do this again. I'll let you guys know when the Dragon Bane is going to hit. What'd you think, Kyle? Good times?
Great times. Like I said, everybody did exemplary there. Like in the beginning, yeah, that was woo. Yeah, I thought for sure we were all dying there. Cade one went down, then I just, my plan totally backfired.
You're drained too, right?
Drained 1.
Right. You need to get a full sleep before that drops by be -1 to your drain, so you'll be gone.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get your full sleep, 8 hours, your drain will be gone.
And then, but yeah, I loved it. And then like we ran because we had to, and then kind of running on bare men, and then we got engaged down here, and it looked so bleak at the beginning. I was thinking, it's going to be a party wipe again.
You can definitely see how, once again, as the chapters change in this Abomination Vaults, new author takes over. It changes. The whole style of game changes. This is a good one. This is probably one of my favorites. There's a lot of running encounters. I mean, you're just going boom, 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 boom. One after the other. It's like one giant encounter. I kind of like it. They're not all overwhelming.
It's just a lot of little things that pile on. And, why I didn't withdraw Fritz was, I'm kind of the frontline fighter, so I'm the sacrificial lamb. So if me staying to hold out means everybody else gets away, that was kind of my main plan back whenever we, first started the session, was just going to have everybody run for it, and I can kind of stay and buy time.
I get it.
So that's why I didn't withdraw, was, if me losing a character means everybody else keeps theirs, then that's a acceptable price.
It's the way you play.
How I've always done.
It's all right, as long as you're having fun.
Yes, I'm very gallant and courageous, and yeah. I don't like people losing characters. I would rather lose my character than have somebody lose theirs.
Remember, this character is not you.
Yeah, but still, I would rather me lose a character than, you know. And I get so nervous with that. Like whenever, you know, like I'm running Chapt, like I
Could
get
you-
so nervous.
Could you play, say, one that was more selfish? A character that was more selfish, you know, almost like Cypher's type of character, only more so. Could you even play a character like that?
I could, but it'd take a lot of work for me.
Really?
Yeah, I could play that. I would have to kind of get in that mindset.
Would you have trouble playing evil characters?
Truly evil characters, yes, but somebody that's all about themselves, no.
Selfish. Puts themselves ahead of the others. Leaves the others to their own fate because he's looking out for himself. That's what I'm talking about.
I could play that. It would take me a few minutes to get used to it, but I could play that.
Different ball game. Kind of like the
Yeah.
dwarf you played in Dragonbane, who ran away while
Yeah.
the others were killed. That's where you did
Yeah,
that.
that was agonizing for me though. But at the same time, I'm in the character going, okay, this is what my character would do. They're fighters. I'm not. I'm out. I'm gone.
He was a wizard.
Yeah,
He had no fighter. He was ragdolled early on. That's
yeah. He got his ass whipped.
It was terrible, Rachel. Terrible.
I'm telling you, Rachel, you'd have an absolute blast in Dragon Ball.
She would. All right, folks. Let's call this session right here. We're going to see you guys next week for another episode. It's going to be episode 103. This was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Lots going on. Things have changed a little bit. We're going to see if they can make their way back to the boat. Otherwise, they're swimming. Or they're going to have to follow these tunnels and see where they lead. Who knows? We just encountered the Undervan, which are a big concern, who also are said to have one of the lenses. So maybe it's a good idea to follow it and deal with them now. Or not. We'll see. Great fun. Great having Jesse in here. Rachel as usual. So folks, you guys hang in there. You know why? It's only going to get better. We'll talk to you guys soon.